Hi everyone, the purpose of this video is to show you how to use the timeline. Now the timeline is found on every single work order. So here's your open work order. It's one of Thomas's and it's not until the 12th of August. So there's not too much kind of happening on it at the moment. But over time, this timeline will populate. So what I would expect to see in here is the confirmation letters, confirming the date of the job with the site contact. Steve, I would expect to see any sort of lists that need to go in there. So the information kind of builds up over time. What I expect to see from the health consultants is notes when you have done something to this job. So for instance, I want to know that you have called them the 48 and done the 48-hour phone call prior to doing the job. So when you've done that, you're in the job anyway. You have to come in here to get the contact information. So enter a note to record that. It's really simple. All you have to do is click on this, enter a note, put a title in there. For instance, and then a date. Don't have to because it comes up there, but it's quite nice to be able to see that in the title. And then called site and spoke with Steve. Job all confirmed. And that's as much as I need to know. And then you click add note. Now see how that note saves to the timeline and it's in there. So now if I want to see if the job was confirmed, that you rang and checked, then I can just jump in here and go, oh, there's a note from, well, it'll be from Thomas because it's his job. And I can see, yes, he definitely called Steve and the job was confirmed. So for me, that little piece of information is absolute gold and it literally can take you 1 or 2 minutes to complete. Same, if something's gone sideways at the job and things happen, make a note of it in here so that we know, so that there are no surprises. If Komatsu rang me and Steve rings and says, hey, this happened with my job, I want to know what happened. I don't want to have to ring a regional manager who has to try and contact a health consultant. By this time, we've probably got a raging salesperson or someone else is upset, or even worse, Nicola has incorrectly invoiced the job because she hasn't known that something has happened and that we might need to make some concession around the pricing or on the invoice. And then the customer contacts her as the first point of contact. Now, she shouldn't have to deal with customers, grumpy customers, because we haven't done our service. So if the information's in there, she knows before she bills because she looks at this before she bills. And then if the customer does ring her, and she can go back to it and say, yes, this is what happened and this is why the billing is the way that it is. So just something really small that can really help out a number of people across the organisation. And I really want to encourage you all to make the most of using the timeline on each of the work orders. If you've got any questions, you know where to find me.